I feel paralyzed.
Hi there, my name is Unknown680, and welcome to Happy Go Lucky Level 7, Jumper. We begin this level through input carrying to save an input by landing on this first pillar. Continue traversing these pillars as normal until you get to this pillar at 10%. Here, you'll want to jump off this block as late as possible. This will give you just enough distance to make it to this second jump orb, thereby completely skipping the first one. Now would be a great time to bring forth another input trick that I believe will be immeasurably useful for you, both in this challenge and in all of Geometry Dash. This trick is what I like to call a preemptive input, or input buffer. This technique allows you to interact with various objects in different game modes at the earliest possible point that you come in contact with them. To execute this, you need to begin an input at any point while airborne before your target of interest. In this case, we'll begin our input here. Our most recent jump allows us to just barely make it to the bottom left corner of this jump orb. Since we're holding down preemptively, we're guaranteed to interact with it if our icon's hitbox comes into contact with it at any point. The distance this jump orb provides allows us to just barely make contact with this yellow portal, allowing us to change gravity and proceed as normal. Continue to hold down this input as you jump across these pillars. At 15%, ensure that you jump off this pillar quite late, as you'll need to land on the right side of this pillar, squeeze past this spike, jump once more and just barely land on this pillar, squeezing in above this spike. From here, follow the coin path as normal until you reach the ship section. This first ship section can be split apart into 4 distinct subsections. These first 2 are simply open areas, allowing us to fully make use of the open space. So just loosely follow the mini coin paths as here, however precise you want to be. When you travel upside down in the ship though, make sure to position yourself so that you can begin holding at this point and carry this input as you hit these blocks and change gravity. Continue following the mini coin paths as shown with some precision and you should be just fine moving forward. At 41%, head for the second coin route. You can either hold or tap at this point depending on whether or not you want to go for the second fake secret coin. I recommend tapping just so that the camera positioning is in your favor. Once you land, wait for a brief moment before beginning an input again. This is so that you have enough distance to clear both this triple spike and this double spike. Soon, you'll reach this red background corridor section. There's nothing specific to note here. Just make sure that you follow the coin paths at least somewhat precisely so as to not overshoot or undershoot any particular jump. At 60%, make sure you jump off this platform as late as possible so you have the distance you'll need to reach the next ship portal. Carry this input until you approach the ceiling spikes, aiming for this first side spike platform. This section is filled with these. Normally, we would just evade them, but we're going to make use of them as much as possible in order to minimize input usage. There's no specific area or input to explain here. Just continue following the mini coin paths, which will assist you as you try to aim for as many ceiling and floor collisions as possible, producing a ship sequence like this. It's difficult to execute, especially in normal mode, but it's nothing that we haven't seen before, nor is it anything we can't handle. Back in the icon section, follow the mini coin paths. At 81%, ensure that you begin your input somewhat late so that you bounce off this jump pad and have the distance you'll need to barely land on this block here, jumping once more thereafter. Next, jump off this block as far to the right as possible and begin holding off the top right corner of this jump orb. This allows us to save one input by skipping this jump orb. Continue holding this input so that you jump once more. Lastly, at 92%, jump off this pillar late so that you can gain enough distance to make it to this pillar. Jump across these last few pillars until the end. Our grand total is once again 68 inputs. Taking a look at our global input counter, our input total is now at 341. When I compare learning and verifying minimum jumper to learning and completing regular jumper for the first time, I found that the combination of quick transition between gravity and precise timings is what makes this level ultimately tricky. Like I said before though, this trickiness consists of elements and techniques that we've become quite familiar with, so it's just a matter of getting into a consistent mindset, much like demons. With that knowledge, I bid you all farewell and wish you luck completing this level. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and until next time, peace out.